Hello, welcome to another video. Today is June 2nd, and today is the start of the Queer Lit Readathon. I posted my TBR for the Queer Lit Readathon. It will be up here if you want to go and watch it. I thought that I would do a vlog. I asked on Instagram and Twitter if you guys would like to see that, and most of you guys said yes. I think the majority is just yes. I don't think I've gotten any no's, so that's what I'm doing, and I am going to be a very good reader. My goal is that I'm going to read a book each day, or try and read 2 books each day. Because my TBR has short books, I think I can do it. But there's a problem right now, because I thought that I was going to be able to finish my current read, and then I randomly went to BookCon, and you can watch that video up here. So today's goal is to finish Red, White, and Royal Blue, my current read, which I'm loving, and it's gay, so at least it works with the readathon. But I have about 100 pages left of this, so I'm gonna just bang it out. It is currently 12:30 p.m. and we're gonna go strong today. Also, I want to go to like this store that I have near my house where they have books, and I didn't get to get any books at BookCon that I like wanted to buy because they were just too expensive. So I need to get some books this week, so either go to Barnes & Noble, or today I want to go over to that store and see if they have it. So it's a pretty fun-filled day. I'm just gonna sit back, finish Red, White, and Royal Blue, let you guys know how I feel about it. I'm enjoying it so far. I think I'm gonna do a whole video on it. But for the meantime, that's the goal. So I will see you guys when I finish this book. Bye. It is currently 5 o'clock in the evening, and I finally finished Red, White, and Royal Blue. I gave this a 5 out of 5 stars. It was so good. I'll have my Goodreads review down below. I'm also going to do a video on it, but this was so good and the right way to start out Pride Month and this readathon. I've been reading this for like a couple of days now, and it's just been so long that it's just taken me a while, and I'm just so slow at reading. Like, this took me 4 hours just to finish over 100 pages, and yeah, but I guess I'm also tired from BookCon and everything. But with that out of the way, I get to start my TBR for the Queer Lit Readathon, starting with George by Alex Gino. This is only 195 pages, so I'm gonna start reading it after I eat dinner. I think I'm gonna eat dinner in a couple of minutes, start this, hopefully finish it tonight, and let you guys know what I think about it. I am so excited to read this. My friend Wolfie at Silly Little Ravenclaw, this is their favorite book, and I just can't wait to read this. I've been wanting to read it for so long, and I'm reading this to complete the challenge of to read a book with rainbow on the cover. And because I actually read some Queer Lit today, I'm going to count this for person of color main character. I'm not sure if the author is a person of color, but the main character is. He is half Mexican, and so I'm going to try and fit that in because I read like 100 and something pages, so it counts. It's Queer Lit. Even though it's not on my TBR, we're counting it. So yeah, I'm gonna read George and then I will let you guys know what's up. So I don't know if you can tell, but I am in the middle of George and I just started crying. Like a tear just like came down my face, and it's just so, I guess it's just so real, and I can just like relate to most of George's feelings. And even though I have different feelings than her, it's just like so, oh, I'm just like gonna start crying. Like, I don't know what's happening, I'm just very emotional lately. And Red, White, and Royal Blue made me cry. The last book I read, which was The Love and Lies of Rashana Ali, that made me cry. Just every book is making me cry, and this one really hits home, so I think that's why I'm crying. But oh my gosh, this is so good though. It's so cute, and I'm just really enjoying it. I'm on page 45 of 195, so hoping to finish it in the next sitting if I don't start crying again and having to put the book down. So that's my update for now. Just wanted to update that I'm crying, because if you cry at a book, you have to update. So yeah, that's what's happening with George, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Currently 12:55 a.m. and I just finished George, gave it a 5-star. It was so good. I will talk more in the morning. Good morning, welcome to day 2 of Queer Lit Readathon. I finished George last night. I really enjoyed it. It was so good. It made me cry a lot, and it was just like such a special book, and I was just really glad to have finally gotten to read it. And yeah, so finished like my first book of my TBR, and then finished Red, White, and Royal Blue yesterday, and today we're going strong. So I'm starting out my morning with my book for the challenge of to read a middle grade, and I have One True Way by Shannon Hitchcock. This is close to 200 pages, so hoping to just knock it out and just read it a little bit before the dentist. And then I don't know what else I want to do for reading wise. I have to start 7 Ways We Lie, because I was doing a Reads book and I never got to it in May, because that's my life. So that's what's going on today, and I'll update you guys later when I read some of One True Way. Camera's dying, so I'm gonna make this pretty quick, but it's currently 9 p.m. I just finished One True Way. 5 stars. 5 stars. I just gave 3 5-stars over the course of just 2 days. This was just so good. It was about these girls who realize that they like each other. It's actually historical fiction, which I didn't know, so now this completes the challenge for middle grade and historical fiction. This was just so good. It just teaches kids that, like, even though religion tells you differently about sexuality, that it's okay, and it was just done so well. And now I just want to go and read every middle grade that has an LGBT theme because I'm just loving these. But yeah, 5 stars to this. It was so good. And then I'm gonna pick up 7 Ways We Lie after I just put my Goodreads review in and all of that stuff. And then get to reading my 4th book of the Read-A-Thon, which is honestly wild because I have been doing really bad reading. So this was my 2nd book on my TBR. The next book, 7 Ways We Lie, isn't even on my TBR. It's just a fun time. So after I put on my Goodreads review and everything, I'm going to start 7 Ways We Lie, which isn't even on my TBR, but I need to get it read. And this is actually going to be for the challenge of to read a book with a person of color author or main character, which has both. Moving on to my 4th book, we're going. Like, I'm gonna finish every single book. Like, that's my goal. I've never finished every single book in a readathon before, but it's gonna happen this week. And it's only Monday, so we have till Saturday. I'm gonna do this. So I'm gonna go put in my Goodreads review and then start reading my next book. So it is 10:30 and there's a little bit change in plan. I am gonna start 7 Ways We Lie tomorrow because I just kind of like want to get my smaller books out of the way so that I have more time to focus on my like actual novels. So I ended up finding a book for the challenge to read a book with a disabled main character, and I chose Long Macchiatos and Monsters, and this was recommended, I think, by Cece from Problems of a Book Nerd. I was watching her A to Z Queer Lit video and I saw this and I think it's fun. It's only 44 pages and I love that. So this is for my challenge of to read a book with a disabled main character. I don't know what the disability is particularly right now, but I will update and let you guys know. So gonna start Long Macchiatos and Monsters. It's only 44 pages, so I figure that might only take me an hour because I'm the slowest reader known to man, so I will let you guys know how I like it when I'm finished. Bye. Hello, it is day 3 of the Queer Lit Readathon. It's currently 9:30 in the morning, and I just completed my 4th book and the 3rd book on my TBR, and this was to read a book with a disabled main character, and I chose Long Macchiatos and Monsters by Allison Evans. This had a trans character and a gender queer character. I'm giving it a 3.5 star. I wasn't a big fan of it. It's only 44 pages, so it just is very quick. It was very insta-lovey, and I didn't like that because I prefer like a slow burn romance, and I would have liked that more. It was just like, oh, they met and then they were like, oh, I love you, like, and I just wasn't about that. But I really enjoyed most of it. Like, I liked the concept of it. They drank lots of coffee, and now I just want like a trans guy coffee romance, so please give me that. It wasn't like my thing. It was also set in Australia, which was pretty cool. So yeah, I'm giving it a 3.5 star, and then I'm going to edit my video for tomorrow because usually I have editing happening and like I just haven't because I've been reading. So I'm gonna try and get that done, and then I'm gonna start the 7 Ways We Lie. I don't know what else I'm doing today. I just have like a lot of things that I have to edit. I have a Patreon video that I want to edit. I just have a lot of stuff. I also like really want to read Bloom, but I really need to read 7 Ways We Lie, and then I'm gonna read Evelyn Hugo. So maybe I'll save Bloom for like the end of the week. But my friend Austin, he tweeted today that he finished Bloom and he just loved it, and I just want to read it so bad, and it's over there and I can read it, but I have other priorities, so Bloom will just have to wait. But I am very excited to read Evelyn Hugo and 7 Ways We Lie. So that's the plan for today. I'll update you guys when more reading happens. Bye. Hello, it is currently 9:30 p.m. I just made a cup of coffee because I haven't been reading as much today of the book that I want. Hopefully I'll finish a book a day, like that's my goal, but I've only started a little bit of The 7 Ways We Lie, or 7 Ways We Lie. I'm only 12 pages in, so I just finished watching the bold type and I'm really pissed off because they're gonna screw up my favorite ship, which if you watch that show, the ship is Pinstripe and Jane, and I'm really pissed off about it right now. And I don't want to spoil anyone, so that's just what I'm gonna say. It's just, Ryan's a good guy, and I just want him to keep being a good guy, and that's all I'm gonna say. But since I'm pissed off about that, I'm just gonna get off the internet, read, drink my coffee, and hopefully read until the night ends. I went and got some dinner with my parents, which you saw that clip. We went to happy hour. It was pretty good. And I ended up going to that store I wanted to go to, which I was talking about a couple of days ago. I think I talked about it on Sunday, and I ended up going today to try and find I'll Give You the Sun, which I couldn't find. But I saw Windfall by Jennifer E. Smith there for $1.99. They have so many books that are for $1.99. They also had a map of wrecked girls, which I kind of want to go back and get. I'm not sure if I want to go back and get Windfall because I just always have a problem with Jennifer E. Smith books. It's like I really want to read her books and then it falls short for me. But I heard that that book is different than all of her other ones, so maybe I'll go back and get it. Let me know in the comments if I should go back and get it, because I kind of want to, but we'll see. So anyway, I actually just ended up buying some books on Amazon that I wanted to get, and so I'll talk about those when they arrive on Thursday. But I'm just gonna go and buy I'll Give You the Sun on Amazon and call it a night after I start reading some of 7 Ways We Lie, because I need to get to reading because I haven't done much reading today. I'm saying that, but I accomplished a book this morning, but I feel like that's not enough. So I need to get back into the 7 Ways We Lie. It's called 7 Ways We Lie. It's 2 o'clock. My video is finally finished with editing. Now I'm gonna click render right now, go outside and read because I need to read, and I feel like I just need to not film in my bed anymore. So I'm gonna go outside and read, finally read for the day, and then upload my video. It took so long. It'll be up here if you want to watch it. It's me faking going to BookCon, but actually going to BookCon. It was a lot to film and edit. Like, this was a lot of editing for me. Finally, it's done, and I can wind down and read. So I'm gonna go read, and I'll talk to you guys when I actually start reading. Goodbye.
Yeah, I've been all way up, yeah, sipping on the cup, yeah, all of summer fucks, yeah, never switching up, yeah, I ain't wanna grow up, tell her shit, show up, funny when I glow up, single wrist is how I'm pulled up, whipping in the Beamer to the top, I'm going, flipping my demeanor, I'm a flex, I'm flowing, they just want the clue, yeah, I've been on them road, yeah, I was born to go, yeah, this shit I did the vote, yeah, way up, feel like I'm Jordan with the layup, shorty got me going all the way up, yeah. Way up, yeah. Way up, feel like I'm Jordan with the layup, shorty got me going.
Hi, it is day 5 of the Queer Lit Readathon. Today's Thursday, and I am filming from my phone right now, or like this whole day, because my mom had to take my camera to work so she could take some photos, so I'm without my camera for the day. But I have some updates. I've been reading 7 Ways We Lie, not finished yet, but my live show is today, so I have to finish it. This is what I do every time with my book club, and it's really horrible. But I've been reading it all morning, and I'm at 120, so I'm going to finish it today because I really don't have any other choice. But I also just got the books that I ordered from Amazon in the mail, so I'm going to do a quick book haul and enjoy. Nice and easy. here is my copy of I'll Give You the Sun by Jandy Nelson, and I got this in paperback. I don't like the paperback, honestly. Like, I wish that this wasn't here. Like, I just wish that it had the cover, but it doesn't. So here is I'll Give You the Sun, which is for next week, and I'm really excited to read this. Ooh, actually, kind of, maybe I do like the paperback. I don't know. I promise I'm strong, but like, there we go. Wait, why did I actually forget that I bought EOS for Perfect? When did I buy that? I totally forgot I bought it, so here's EOS for Perfect. Don't know why I bought this. I forgot that I did, but okay. Now I have it. I think it was like $8, so I bought it, but oh, I really like this actually. I love that cover because I know this is about like school or something, and look at the pencil. That's so cool. I love that. So I bought EOS for Perfect, which is also my book for next week. So here's my buzzword readathon TBR basically. And then I have the Rainbow Reads June book, and this is Running with Lions by Julian Winters. I am so excited to read this. This is a male romance, and it features soccer, and I'm just so excited. I've heard so many good things about this. And last, I am so excited for this book. I actually did buy all the books on my TBR for Buzzwordathon. So I have I Wish You All the Best by Mason Deaver. I'm so excited to read this. So here's my Buzzwordathon TBR. Literally, I just bought all the books for my TBR. Hopefully you like all of these. Yeah, there's my Buzzword Readathon TBR. And then we have the Rainbow Reads book, which this is for Summerathon. So basically, here's my whole June TBR. So that was the book haul. Pretty excited. And I'm gonna get back to reading because it is like 1 o'clock, 12:30, something like that. And my live show's at 7, so I need to get cracking on the reading. So I will update you guys when I finish the book, or when I'm maybe halfway there or something. I'm not sure how I feel about it. It's like, I like some of the characters. The problem is that there's 7 characters, which is a lot, but the author's actually doing a really good job of writing that. I just don't think that this book is like for me. Right now, I'm gonna give it a 3-star, and I'm only at 120 pages, and I just feel like I don't know what's happening because there's 7 characters and they all have something going on, so there's not like one problem, there's just like a bunch of problems, and it's weird. But I have 2 favorite characters right now. I like Valentine a lot, and I like Kat. Like, Kat is probably one of my favorite characters right now. I'm really enjoying her. She's a gamer, and she's just very like broody, and I just like her. She's cool. So gonna get back to reading, and then I'll update you guys later. Bye. Hey guys, I am back and reading it with my camera. It's almost 9:30. I'm gonna start Bloom. Some updates. I finished 7 Weeks We Lie. I'm giving it a 3.75 because it's just in the middle of a 4 and a 3. So that's the only way I can rate it. So it was alright. I don't have like any big feelings towards it. Except like that some of the characters' choices were annoying. But if you want to watch my live show for it, it'll be up here where I discussed it with the Rainbow Reads Book Club, and that's all fun. And I just picked the giveaway winner, and it's a good time. So I'm going to get into my graphic novel, Bloom, and I hope that this is Own Voices, because I need an Own Voices book. Because I have like some of my bingo board already filled out, so I'm just trying to like get every challenge, and then try and figure out what I'm gonna read tomorrow, because I just want to finish everything. But yeah, that's my update for now. I'm just gonna read Bloom, and then I'll update after Bloom and talk about my feelings. This is my 6th book. My 6th book. Like, I am slaying this readathon. I never do that, so pretty proud of myself. This is my 6th book of the month as well. Like, killing it. June is going to be amazing. Like, now I know why people can just read so much, even though I was kind of in a slump when I was reading 7 Weeks We Lie, because I just felt like it was slow and I just wasn't feeling it. But I'm good. We're in the readathon game again. Let's get it.
Yeah, I've been all way out, yeah, sipping on the cup, yeah, all of summer fucks, yeah, never switching off, yeah, I ain't wanna grow up, tell her she'll show up, funny when I glow up, single wrist is how I'm pulled up, whipping in the beamer to the top, I'm going, flipping my demeanor, I'm a flex, I'm flowing, they just want the quote, yeah, I've been on them road, yeah, I was born to go, yeah, this shit I did the vote, yeah, way up, feel like I'm Jordan with the layup, shorty got me going all the way up,
It's currently 11 p.m. I just finished Bloom and it was so good. It was so good. I'm sad that it's over. It was like 300 pages. It was so good. And I already miss it. Like, that was so good. I want to give it a 5-star, but I also kind of want to give it like a 4.5. Because, the main character, Ari, just was a dick. He basically was a dick. But I loved it. So I'm probably gonna give it a 5, but it was so good. Wow. I highly recommend. Highly recommend if you want a male romance and baking. It was so good. And the illustrations were so good. Everything about this was so good. Alright. Probably gonna go to bed now. And then spend all of tomorrow reading Evelyn Hugo. Oh, this book was so good. Good night. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hey MTV, this is my crib. My name's Luna, and this is my house. Excuse me. This is the spot where I sit and scratch my claws. Really love it. It's like the best part of the house, right? Really love this part. Good place to sit. So, hello everyone, it's Friday. It's the second to last day of the readathon. I've currently read 6 books already, or like 6 things, because to me books are like actual big novels, so I guess I've kind of read like 2 because I finished Red, White, and Royal Blue in the beginning, but I am slaying. I don't know how, maybe just because I have all the time, because I'm not doing anything, so, love that for myself. But today my plan is that I still need to do my nonfiction, still need to start Evelyn Hugo, and I really hope to get to the music of What Happens, but I don't know if that's gonna happen, but we'll see. So my plan for now is it's like 9:30 and I'm going to start Peter Darling, which is only 160 pages, so gonna get through that for my challenge of a trans main character and see yourself. So I'm gonna drink my coffee and read Peter Darling, and then I will update you guys when I have more to say. I don't know. I just woke up, I'm tired. I feel like I have no idea what I'm saying. have a quick update. My Kindle says that I'm 30% in, but it was at 25% in, so I only have like 5% that I've read so far. But with this book, I will complete bingo, or like a bingo, because I looked on Goodreads that this is a fantasy because it's about Peter Pan. Goodreads says that this is fantasy, and one of the challenges is to read a book that is sci-fi / fantasy. So I'm guessing that this could be sci-fi or fantasy. So when I finish this, I will have completed a bingo. So now I'll be fine and not stressed. But I would have gotten bingo if I have a translated novel, but I don't have that. So now I just need nonfiction and own voices and book rec and the question mark one. And then I will win. Well, I mean, I'll win one bingo after I read Peter Darling, which I'm kind of liking. I'm not a fantasy fan, so that's why I'm like not loving this, but I'm also loving it because it's like a trans pirate and I'm all about that. So enjoying it. I didn't start from the beginning because I honestly remember everything that happened in the beginning and like it wasn't much. So like this is the middle, and my Kindle says it's actually 203, like 203 pages, yet Goodreads I think says that it's like 163 or something. So yeah. So gonna get back to reading, finish my coffee, and then after I'm gonna read Would You Rather for my nonfiction. And oh, I'll be completing own voices with this too. Hi, it's 2:45 and I just finished Peter Darling because I'm the slowest reader ever. Yeah, I'm giving it a 4 out of 5 stars because it's fantasy. I'm not a big fan of fantasy. It takes me longer to read. But with that being said, this was a great reimagining of Peter Pan. I love Peter Pan. I think it's such a good story, and Austin Chant did such a good job with this. He has the best writing. Like, he is just such a good writer that even though I wasn't fully invested into the story, I just love his writing. It's so good. And of course, because it's a trans story, I'm always gonna cry. Like, every trans story that I've read this week, I've cried just because it's so personal to me. There's one line at the end of the book and it says, I always thought the only way to grow up was to be her. I don't know what to do as me. And honestly, that just made me cry. Like, I just started like tearing up and getting emotional and like very relatable. I love Austin Chant. If you want to pick up any trans stories, I highly recommend anything by him. He's so good. So now I can check off See Yourself. I already have the trans story or like trans main character checked off, but I have the own voices and fantasy because this is a fantasy. Also, this is like a romance between Peter Pan and Captain Hook and it was so interesting. I really love like retellings and origin story retellings, so this was pretty cool, but I would have liked to have more of his origin story because we only get to see a little bit of it, which I understand because it's like Neverland. He's there to like escape and not be reminded of that, but I would have liked a little bit more of that. But anyway, pretty good. 4 out of 5 stars. Now I can check off See Yourself, #own voices, and fantasy. So this book completes 3 challenges. And I just got myself a bingo. I'm so excited. So now I'm gonna actually go and like do things because I just need to like energize myself because I'm feeling low energy, so maybe I'll make a coffee, but I also need to do like some chores in the house, so need to finish that, and then I'm gonna get into Would You Rather, which is my nonfiction. So completed my 7th book of the week. I don't know who I am, like new year, new me, I guess. Like, I don't know. This readathon is changing me and I've never read so much in a week, so I'm proving that I can actually read 7 written works in a week. Love that for myself. So I will talk to you guys later. See ya. Hello, it is the final day of Queer Lit Readathon, and I'm about to get some coffee and get to reading. It is 9 a.m. and I have 2 things to do today. I have to finish Would You Rather, because honestly I think I only read like 50 pages. But it's a pretty light and easy read, so hoping to finish it this morning. And then I have to get into Evelyn Hugo because everyone is pressuring me to read it, but I really want to read it, so I'm just gonna end the readathon on Evelyn Hugo. So that's the plan for today. I really don't have much more happening, and I'm actually going to Pride tomorrow, which is so irrelevant to this readathon because it's like I end the readathon and go to Pride, so it's pretty awesome. And yeah, that's what's happening today, is reading and coffee. So I will see you guys when I have more reading updates. Bye. Hello, it is 12:15 and do I have an update for you? I'm on page 114. I didn't think I was going to finish this book, or I was just going to stop reading because a lot of it is relatable to my life right now, and it just was making me uncomfortable, and I was like, I am anxious and stressed and I don't want to think about these things right now. But we're past that because this chapter is all about Harry Styles. They're like saying that Harry Styles actually looks like a lesbian, and I'm dying because the girl that she had gone on a date with, so like in this chapter, or like current time in the book, she is like currently seeing her basically, and it's her now wife, but she's saying that in college and just in general, people would tell her that she looks like Harry Styles, and I am just dying. Like, honestly, this is something I've never thought about before, but it is just making me laugh really hard. So I'm gonna finish eating my pizza because I'm eating pizza, and hopefully finish the book because I'm at 114 and there's like 230 or something left. So it's only noon, so I'm hoping to knock this out in maybe like the next hour or 2, because we know me that I'm not going to be able to finish it in an hour because I'm the slowest reader ever. And then I get to read Evelyn Hugo, and I'm trying to figure out if I want to do audio or not, because I've heard the audio is good and I kind of want to listen to the audio, so we'll find out. Stay tuned. Bye. Hello everyone, it is 6:46 and I just completed my book for nonfiction. I'm giving this a 4 out of 5 stars. I think I'm gonna give this to my friend who is queer, and I think that she'll really enjoy this. So I'm gonna see her tomorrow and I'm gonna ask her if she wants to borrow it, because I think that she will really enjoy this. I just love this because it's a different story. This is about Katie Heaney, who has previously written a book called Never Have I Ever, which is all about her crushes on men that just didn't go anywhere. Like, she's just been single for her whole life. And this is about her at 27 and 28 when she finally gets her first relationship, and it's with a woman. She also talks about being boy crazy, and this is something that I really was interested in. Because I feel like a lot of queer women and just people that were assigned female at birth, or just in general, anyone who had identified as a woman, could relate to. Me personally, I am a trans guy, but when I identified as a woman, I was boy crazy, and that is just something that I just cannot explain to people, and it is so infuriating when people are like, oh, well, how can you be because you are obsessed with guys? I don't know. Like, it's really annoying, so I really enjoyed this because it was something I could relate to, and just, it's so, oh my gosh, it's so infuriating, but it was nice to have some validation, but there were some parts where I just couldn't handle because it was just too stressful. Just in general, dating is something that makes me stressed, and so this whole book is about dating, so honestly it's my fault, but I'm giving this a 4 out of 5 stars, only because I don't think it's a 5, but I really enjoyed it nonetheless. I love Katie Heaney, she's awesome. She's a BuzzFeed writer. She has other books that I need to read. I actually have her other book. It's fiction, and it's called Dear Emma, and I need to read that now. Now I just want to read all of her stuff. I just really enjoyed this, so if you want like a new perspective on a queer story, I highly recommend this memoir. I'll have it linked down below. And now, here's the finale. So I got like 5 hours, until the readathon's over, so let's see if I can listen to the audiobook for Evelyn Hugo. Hopefully it's 5 hours long, or shorter than that. It's probably not, but I'm gonna get some Evelyn Hugo done. Also need to check off nonfiction on my bingo board, and we're in the final stretch. I'm gonna make some dinner, listen to the audiobook, and I will talk to you guys later for maybe my final update or just like an update. So we'll see what happens. Goodbye. Hello. I just got Scribd again because I had a membership for it, but I realized that I don't read audiobooks that much, so it wasn't really, like, I didn't need it, so I just paused my subscription and I got a free 1-month trial. So I didn't even have to pay for my audiobook, and I love that. So I have it here on my computer screen. It's ready to, I'm ready to hit play. It's 12 hours long. So we'll see what I can get done in like the next couple hours. It's time. It's Evelyn Hugo time, and now I can tell everyone that I'm reading it, especially my friend Sarah, because she just told me last night that I better read it, so I'm gonna text her a picture of me starting this, and I'm gonna start dinner, and I'm just hyped because now I can just chill and listen to an audiobook and have a good night. So, without further ado,
Simon & Schuster Audio presents The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, a novel by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Read by Alma Cuervo, Robin Miles, and Julia Williams.
hello everyone. It is 10:30 at night, and I think I'm just gonna end the reading vlog here because I'm kind of burnt out and I need to savor Evelyn Hugo for myself because I'm listening to the audiobook. I'm about, I think, like 80 pages in, and it's rough so far. Like, not rough that it's bad, it's just the content is very hard-hitting, and I wasn't expecting that. And, so I'm just gonna call it a night and, have Evelyn Hugo for me tomorrow and, like, just a couple of days before Buzzword-A-Thon, which I will have a reading vlog for, but it's gonna be a theme, so I don't know how I'm doing it yet. So it's not gonna be like a full reading vlog, but I'm also only reading 3 books, so I think I'm just gonna do it. Maybe I'll just make a video out of it instead of like a vlog. I don't know. It's confusing because I don't want to say what it is until it's up, so yay! But this was my reading vlog for the Queer Lit Readathon. I will have all of the hosts down below. Like, thank you so much to them for creating this. I had such a fun week, and I hope you guys enjoyed this reading vlog. This was probably one of my best reading vlogs. I think this is one of my best reading vlogs, one of my best readathons ever, and I did so good. I ended up completing 9 books. 9 books! I've now read 20 books this year, and I owe Queer Lit-A-Thon. And so thank you again to the people who created Queer Lit Readathon. I am gonna participate every time. I had such a fun time. It'll wrap up, because I don't think I'm gonna have a wrap up at the end of the month. Maybe I will for like the other readathons, but this is just going to be strictly for Queer Lit Readathon because I read 9 books. The first book of the week I ended up finishing because I started in May and it just rolled over to this readathon, and this is Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuistion. I gave this a 5 out of 5 stars. It was so good. It is about the first son of the United States and the Prince of England having a romance, and it was phenomenal. This is a smut. There's lots of sexy time going on, but it was so good. Like, I enjoyed it because there was still like some sexy scenes that I was not prepared for, but there's still like an overall plot, and it was so good. Like, honestly, it was amazing. It is worth the hype. And I'm probably going to be doing a video on if this is worth the hype, so surprise, it's worth the hype. And this completed the challenge of to read a new author. And I think this is her debut novel. And it was a really good debut novel. Next, I read George by Lgbtqia, which I also gave a 5 out of 5 star. And this was for the challenge of to read a book with a rainbow cover and a trans main character, which could go for another book that I read too, which was Peter Darling. So honestly, checked it off with either, but there's George. This was so good and I highly recommend for everybody to read it. It was so good. Next, I read One True Way by Shannon Hitchcock. I think I gave this a 4.5 out of 5 stars. And this checked off to read a historical fiction and to read a book that was middle grade. And this was so good as well. I really loved this because it had like faith and religion, and it was just really cute, and I love middle grade and I just want to read middle grade all the time. Then I read 7 Ways We Lie by Riley Redgate, and this was to read a book with a person of color main character and a person of color author, and this I think I gave a 3.75 out of 5 stars because it was just alright. I didn't have a problem with it, but it wasn't like the best book ever. And it had a pansexual main character and a character who was asexual, and yeah, it was okay. And then I read my book for graphic novel, and this is Bloom by Kevin Pandetta. I'm gonna buy a copy of this because I loved it so much. It's a 5 out of 5 star, and I already want to reread it because it was so good. It was so good. It was so good. Then I read for nonfiction Would You Rather by Katie Heaney, which I gave a 4 out of 5 star. Then I read a book with a disabled main character, which was Long Macchiatos and Monsters by Allison Evans, which I think I gave a 3 out of 5 star. Yeah. And then I read Peter Darling by Austin Chant, which I gave a 4 out of 5 star, which was for See Yourself, Own Voices, trans main character, and sci-fi / fantasy. And that's it. that's my wrap up. And now I'm just gonna fall over because I've read so many books, but so many good books. It was a fun week, and that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. I have a Patreon, so if you want to support me during Pride Month, please do. I have a video up. It's an exclusive video where I picked my sister's books for vacation. So if you want to know what books I picked for her and the book she picked, go and watch that. It's only $1, so please help support me. Thank you. And hit subscribe if you haven't. I'm going to be having more fun reading vlogs happening, so hit subscribe. And I hope you guys are all having a great day, and I'll see you next time.